He's a 25-year-old Aussie creator with 30,000 subscribers who is rising in popularity due to his Dead by Daylight challenge videos, with an addicting editing style that can keep anyone hooked even if they've never touched the game. But behind all of those graphics and edits is someone who spent years learning the YouTube algorithm, studying film, and rebuilding his life brick by brick after everything fell apart in a single week. Here is the life of MatsangLive. MatsangLive, otherwise known as Matt, was born in Western Australia in Kalamunda on January 25, 2001 at 12:40 p.m. His childhood was very lonely as his father left them when he was at a young age. He was also an only child. Because of that, his mother had to juggle both taking care of him and working. Due to this, he was very lonely and had to find ways to entertain himself, which is part of the reason he wants to entertain people through his content and music. Matt's school life also wasn't going very well. He was being bullied by a stereotypical school bully. He targeted Matt because of his personality, biting his tongue and bearing it, not the one to stand up for himself. Despite the bullying, Matt still had a few friends he could rely on. In 2011, some of Matt's friends started a YouTube channel called We 3 Creepers, where they would create Minecraft Let's Play videos. Matt thought it was the coolest thing ever, so he decided to make a channel with a friend and called it We 2 Slimes, ripping off his friend's channel name. This officially sparked his interest in content creation, being a pivotal moment in his life. When he entered high school, the bullying continued due to his personality. The bullying got so bad to the point where he had 30% attendance, which forced him to move schools. In this new high school, things started to look a bit better for him as there was less bullying. At this school, Matt met 3 people who would later become core members of 656: Harrison, Damon, and Tyler. Matt's first memorable moment with Harrison was when he talked to him, asking for any anime recommendations as he was just getting into it. Harrison, without skipping a beat, suggested Plastic Memories, widely considered as one of the saddest anime. After being emotionally scarred, Matt decided to never take another anime recommendation from Harrison. Later, Damon introduced Matt to his friend group, which included Tyler. One night that really solidified their relationship was when Matt was prank called by his friend group, and after hours of talking, the conversation somehow shifted to coffee. For whatever reason, Matt grabbed a mug, filled it halfway with coffee grounds, poured hot water, and chugged the entire thing over face call, like an absolute mad lad. During Matt's time at high school, his friends introduced him to FL Studio, and he made songs with friends by watching YouTube tutorials and uploaded them to SoundCloud. This was the first real experience Matt had with music production, which would follow him throughout his life. In the final years of high school, he took majority of the ATAR classes just to see what they were like, but eventually dropped all of them and took the Creative Projects class, aligning with his interest in content creation and music production. In year 12, his English class was given an assignment, which was to create any piece of media they want. Matt and his friends chose that they would do a podcast yapping about whatever they wanted. During the podcast, the room had a light hanging from the ceiling. Make sure to remember that. At one point, one of Matt's friends had to adjust the camera, so they climbed up onto the couch. When he jumped down, he smacked his head on the light, which then shifted positions. Everyone then burst out laughing, creating Matt's fondest memory of school. After Matt graduated high school, he was struggling to find a job until his father offered him a job in Katanning, working at an abattoir. Not making any friends and with the job being too far, Matt decided to quit after several months and moved back to Perth, after which he then took a course in film and TV. Sometime between high school and TAFE, Matt decided to stream for the first time on Mixer on November 18th, 2019. And during that stream, he met another streamer named Savannah Rayleigh. Savannah helped Matt with streaming and acted as a kind of mentor to him, and she was a huge part in Matt's success today. On orientation day, Matt chose one of 2 doors, hoping that he entered the correct one. Just past the door, there was an extremely nervous, pasty white dude. Matt, who was also extremely nervous, decided to talk to him. He then told him his name was Kane, who today is another core member of 656. After that interaction, they both stuck together and joined the same class, which eventually led them to meeting Jake, an additional core member of 656. After they had chosen their classes, there was an event called Wrong Week, where people were given a prompt and they had to create a short film with that prompt within that week. Matt joined Jake and Kane's group to film over the weekend. Over that weekend, Jake's 18th birthday came along, and for his 18th birthday, he took a massive swig of vodka straight from the bottle and was stone-faced, no reaction. From then on, Matt and Jake became best friends. Over time, Jake, Harrison, Kane, Damon, and Tyler grew closer with Matt, which eventually formed 656, with an additional person who will be mentioned later. Nearing the end of his time at TAFE, Matt started working at Australia Post. During his time at Aussie Post, he entered a serious relationship and began making major life decisions with her heavily in mind. He moved job locations just to be closer to her. They then got a dog together and moved into their own place, building a stable and happy life. But in 2023, everything fell apart. He lost his dog, relationship, and went back to living with his mom. This was the most miserable he has ever been, starting back at square zero with nothing. The experience took a heavy toll on his mental health, and it became a turning point that pushed Matt to pursue the path he actually cared about. He then took a course in screen and media to pursue his passion for music production and eventually got a diploma. Later that same year, he founded 656 with Harrison, Jake, Tyler, Damon, Kane, and Josh, and began to lock in. Matt streamed more consistently on Twitch, playing games such as Rainbow Six Siege, Minecraft, Lethal Company, and so many others, slowly building a loyal audience, which I am proud to say that I am a part of. Then, in 2025, Matt began focusing heavily on Dead by Daylight. Whether it was because of his love for the game, the challenges, or his understanding of what performs well, he shifted his content to almost exclusively DBD, creating videos that would gain a lot of traction. Matt kept a consistent upload schedule, usually posting around every 1 to 3 weeks, which greatly boosted his growth. On June 17th, 2026, MatsangLive officially hit 10,000 subscribers, an important milestone for his future. 2 weeks later, Matt held a party with many of his friends for reaching 10k, and during that party, he gained another 10,000 subscribers. Although his explosive growth has slowed, Matt is still keeping consistent and growing at an impressive rate. I know that I haven't mentioned much about Matsang's music career, but I am now, so that's what matters. On Matt's music channel, MatsAng, he has 271 subscribers, significantly fewer than MatsangLive, so it is less well known, but his music deserves more recognition. You can see how he has improved throughout the years, with his first song uploaded to his channel being In the Dark on April 12, 2019.
Don't wanna talk right now. Everybody wanna see me in the dark right now. Everybody tryna tell me you're in love right now. Everybody they just wanna.
To the song he plays at the end of almost every video on his main channel, Wither, released June 19th, 2026.
I've been out in the
His skills has significantly improved from his first release, with his more recent songs gaining decent traction. His most popular song, Graveyard, is the only one to have a music video thus far. Making music can be very hard if you do it by yourself. So, Matt had the help of Josh, otherwise known as Sad Choco 4, mixes Matt's music for him. Obviously, I interviewed Matt to get all of this information, but he also gave me some thoughts on his life. Starting from his childhood, Matt thinks that it wasn't as bad as he thought, because those experiences and hardships he faced allowed him to become the person he is today, and that it contributes to his character development. His experiences has allowed him to become who he is today and meet everyone he knows now. Next, in high school, Matt's favorite core subject was mathematics and was a borderline A student. But his all-time favorite subject was film class, fueling his motivation for content creation. In TAFE, Matt believed that the biggest challenge for him was changing his mindset from being a victim of bullying and just accepting it to being more positive and easygoing. This has followed Matt throughout his life, which has allowed him and his friends to participate in friendly banter, knowing that it's all a joke and not to take everything so seriously. Finally, Matt's values and advice to people. Sonder.
The realization that every random passerby has a life that is as complex and unique as your own.
This word has influenced Matt so greatly, he has it tattooed on his arm, which shows how much of an impact this word has had on him. If any of you are still confused, let me give you an example. Let's say you see someone on the street wearing a Vecna cosplay. In the moment, you may think, that's strange, or even ask them why they're wearing that. You would then continue on about your day. The next day, tell me, do you remember their face? Next week, do you even remember them at all? The reason this word has impacted Matt so significantly was because he was constantly worried about what others thought of him. It helped him realize that people don't care and that he is free to do what he wants without worrying about what other people think of him, as they are the main characters of their own story, worrying about their own problems. From a lonely kid making Minecraft videos in primary school to someone who actually has a chance to make a career on the hardest platform to grow on. This story isn't about overnight success. It's about facing hardships, overcoming them, and using those experiences to carve their way through challenges, as well as using skills you have learned to assist you. Considering where MatsangLive is now, his story to being the biggest Dead by Daylight creator is only just beginning. Who was the fourth person?
It's me. Over there? Don't worry about him. He's chilling. The fucking wave. Okay, Damon's on the couch behind me. He's watching Subway Surfers. They did wave. That's. Don't tell anyone. This is just for your ears only. Boom! There you go.
I've been out in the